Hi, today we're going to be doing some printmaking. We're going to be pressing into plasticine to make marks, and we're going to be printing from those marks. It's going to be really fun, and there's going to be so many different ways that you can do it that I think you'll be surprised. I've got a piece of old plasticine, and the first thing I'm going to do is soften it with my hands. You could get another person in your house to do this if you can't be bothered. So make it nice and soft, and then you'll be ready to start the project. So let's get going. I'm going to start by showing you some of the prints that I made with plasticine. Here's a round one. This one I did in several different colours. And up the top I've got the plasticine print block that I made and the print beside it. That was a circle one, and this is a little moon, and actually was I built a little nose out on that. So you can make an interesting shape if you want. I have made a round shape and a diamond shape. And that's what makes the print look kind of nice, is if you have a defined edge to it. You could just roll out your plasticine, but I think it looks neat inside a shape. So now I'm going to show you how to make a print. I've got quite a few things here that I've collected up, and you'd be surprised how many funny little things have interesting shapes. This is a top of a pencil sharpener. This is a felt pen with a hexagon top. This is just something from the kitchen. And another thing that's good is you can take a biro apart and you get a nice little circle there. Now the first thing I did was get my plasticine, and I made it really nice and soft in my hand so that I could roll it out easily. And I got a little rolling pin and I gave it a roll, and I want it to be nice and even, so make sure there's no little lumpy bits. I want it nice and flat. Now, a good way of making a shape is you can use a cookie cutter. I use a circle on mine, but this time I think I'm going to be a bit more bold, and I'm going to press down with this palette knife, which I can't cut myself with. So I'm press down until I've made a straight edge, and I'm going to make this. I'm going to make it like this. I'm going to have a little shape like this, and I'm going to make another line there like that, keeping them parallel so that I end up with a nice even shape, and it cut down like that. And then again, I'm going to make that go to there. I think I like that shape. And when I have a look at it, I'll see if it's nice and even. I think that's okay. So that's my shape. Now I've got all these things here, and I'm just going to start pressing into them. And you can use the tip of an old biro. You can make a wiggly line like that. You can press down and make some nice circles. I'm going to use some hexagons. It's really fun just to be making marks, not worrying too much. You could do a design to start with if you wanted. You could draw a picture with a nice sharp point. I sharpened the end of this old paintbrush actually. It's a tip from a friend of mine. I'm going to use the wobbly edge of the cookie cutter. Actually, you have to press quite hard with that one to make a nice pattern that looks like mermaid scale. So I could make a mermaid's tail if I wanted to. I mean, you could use this print as part of another thing. So you could print out some shapes and colours that you like, and then when they're dry you could cut them and make something else. But first of all, I'm going to show you now how to do your print. So here's my piece that I've made, and I'm going to put it here nice in a nice clean place. I'm going to get rid of any little paint smears that are left behind, because being a printmaker, I remember one of my print teachers told me, is the essence of it is keeping everything nice and clean so that your final print hasn't got all smears and smudges. I've got some cake paints here, old-fashioned kind from school. You could use watercolour block paints as well. The main thing to remember is to try and get lots of paint on your brush, not too much water. Now the first time you do this, the plasticine sort of resists the paint, but the second or third time you'll get a nice coat on, so keep going and it becomes a bit less watertight. So I take a piece of paper, and here's my print, and I'm just going to push that down. You could make small pieces of paper if you find that easier, then you can have more goes. And I'm the roller. I'm just pressing my hands gently over the top until I can actually see the pattern appearing. And now I'm going to turn it over, moving out my block, and here it is. Here's my little print. Now if I wanted to, I could keep on printing this shape, and I could probably join these together, probably by cutting them out, and make a pattern. And I could choose to make this in different colours. And it's actually quite nice to do something abstract, not worry too much about drawing a picture, but you could easily draw a picture if you wanted. And I thought a nice thing to do if you were doing this was to make different colours, join them together. You could even imagine making someone quite a nice bookmark. Or I think this shape, it might make Actually, I could maybe make this into a star, maybe, or join more together. Who knows? I'll just show you some of the other ones that I did. Here's the circular one. Now I did that one by using the edge of the cutter. Kind of looks like a basketball or something, doesn't it? So I could actually, I'm going to show you one more print with this one. So with this one, I'm going to go for purple. And I might try and put some pink on it as well. So I'm going to go round and round and round the outside with purple. And then a little bit of pink in the middle, I think. And so you might get quite good at experimenting. And the good thing about this plasticine is you just give it a wipe in between and you can put a different colour on. So it's actually, and it seems to last quite a long time. But, so if you don't press too hard, you'll end up being able to use it quite a few times. Right, let's try this one. I'm worried there's a little bit of water there. I'm going to spread that out a bit. Okay, on it goes. Press it down. And there's the print. Now, can you see this bit here? That's because the paint was quite watery there. I mean, I don't mind that. I think that looks okay. So there's two prints. I think you're going to be able to do this. There's the other one again. I think you're going to be able to do this really well. I want you to experiment, make lots of different ones, and really think about the little marks that you're making, and spend some time collecting up the things that you make your marks with, because it makes a difference to have quite a lot of different ones. So I hope you have a great week, a great day, and I'll see you soon.